In this video, I want to share with you one thing you should never tolerate or allow someone to say to you, and why that's the case. Stick around. I'm going to keep this video quick and concise because I want you to stick around until the end. I'm going to tell you what it is you shouldn't be listening to from other people, but then I'm going to explain to you why. And I believe it's going to help you in your life. I believe it's going to help you go out and take chances and get involved in things you never thought you'd be able to without letting somebody else snuff you out. Never allow someone to tell you to stay in your lane. I get it. There are some areas we just don't need to stick our noses in. But that is for us to determine. That's not for someone else to determine. When someone tells you to stay in your lane, that's a nice way of saying shut up and sit down with regards to this. And that's not something that somebody has the right to tell you, and you shouldn't listen to it either. People don't get to determine what your lane is. Your passions and interest and wisdom and abilities is what determines what lane or lanes you and I need to be in. As a content creator, one of the most difficult things to overcome is this idea of being in a certain niche, because for me, I have a lot of niches that I'm interested in. Personally, I don't just specialize in one thing or specialize in one area. I have many different areas that fit within the realm of everything that I do. And had I not operated that way, my channel would not have grown the way that it did. This channel grew extremely fast because I was willing to not stay in a lane in particular, but I got in the lanes that I could speak passionately to. Don't get me wrong, the algorithm is always trying to push me in a certain direction, and I understand that because, you know, they're looking for an audience that they can present this stuff to. But I can't continue to do content if I can't continue to stay passionate about it. And the way that I stay passionate about it is getting into all the lanes of discussion and all of the subject matter that I really want to be getting involved in without somebody else saying, stay in your lane. If somebody has a new channel, they are going to be limited with how much they can cover. They really do need to stay within a certain niche type of realm. But as your channel begins to grow and your audience builds, you have more opportunity to expand. And this is the same for all of life. I did a video a few weeks back that somewhat touched in on some sensitive political issues, though I don't really get into politics. It's just one of those areas where there's a lot of different opinions politically. And someone came into my comment section and said, honey, you need to stay in your lane. And that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. No, I was right in the lane that I needed to be in because I had something to say about that issue that I believed would help my audience. Maybe you're a business owner that wants to expand. Maybe you want to expand with regards to your career. Maybe you want to expand in any area of interest that you're in. Maybe there is some new things you want to try. Don't let people stop you. Don't let people tell you to sit down and shut up and just keep doing what you're doing. That is for you to determine. You are the one that needs to go out and discover what your boundaries are. You need to be the one to discover areas where maybe you shouldn't get involved. That is for you to find out. For example, on my channel, I may talk about firearms from time to time. Firearms for everyday carry, firearms for home defense, because that's what fits underneath my subject matter. But I'm not going to go out and try to become a firearms channel, okay? I'm not that deep into the world of firearms. I know personally that that's not where I need to go with my life and my passions, but there are some aspects of it that I do want to get into. So never let someone tell you to stay in your lane. Never let somebody else shame you for getting into another lane, for merging into another lane that you feel passionate about, that you feel like you may have a chance in, that you may feel you can be productive in. The moment we don't fit into another person's preferred box, you're going to hear things like, stay in your lane, honey, stay in your lane, man. Well, that's for you to find out. There is a such thing as getting in a lane we don't belong in. But again, through time, experience, through training, And through study, we discover that on our own without somebody else telling us where to go and what to do and where we can't be and where we can't operate. Don't ever let anybody do that to you. Take care.